All right, team, welcome back. I'm going to put my glasses back on and get to reading because I forgot to go through the list of things that they've said that they fired me for. And that was one of the main things I wanted to do today. So, welcome back. Thank you for joining me. This last video for this evening is going to go over the different reasons that the Suns up to this date has said that they fired me for these different reasons. Now, my story since summer of 2023 has not changed. I've given the same testimony, the same details, and the same story. This team, on the other hand, I think we're up to I think we're at 7, 8 different reasons as to why they fired me, and I still don't think they have a defense that they're going with, but let's count together. So this is also something that I put on LinkedIn, and I'm just going to read it there. So what I put on LinkedIn about a year ago, I said, since the Phoenix Suns and Mercury have changed the story about why I was fired 5 or 6 times, honestly, I've lost count. So let's count together. To the unemployment office, the Phoenix Suns and Mercury said that they were not satisfied with my work. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but that's what they told them. And if you've been watching my other videos, I read you the letter that the unemployment office sent me, which was basically like they said they fired you because they weren't satisfied with your work, but then couldn't really say anything else or produce anything else. So just take the unemployment, girl. So then after that, at the AG's office, when this first got started with the AG's office, the Sun said that we fired her because she didn't complete her PIP, which tomorrow I'm going to talk to you all about that. I've already done enough videos for tomorrow, so we'll start there. But the performance improvement plan that these people put me on came 2 weeks after my annual review. Now, if I had issues with my performance, that should be documented in my annual review. I also have my quarterly review, which again, these people made up these lies before they realized what documentation I had. So they just were making up things that weren't true. I did complete my PIP that I was put on 2 weeks after my annual review, where there was no mention of any concerns about my performance. Interesting. But then the pavilion incident happened, and that is why I got put on a PIP. And then my PIP was a 30-day PIP that had over 20 items on it. Now, if you know anything about HR or performance improvement plans, it should be well documented, people's issues. Your leader should be documenting, talking to you about the issues, recapping the conversations you've had. And when it gets to the point where you have to get put on a performance improvement plan, especially if it's a 30-day one, that means you need to fix things ASAP. It should only have like 2 or 3 things that you need to work on. It shouldn't be a list of almost 25 things that no one has seen before, but also was the work of my white colleagues who hadn't done the things that they were supposed to do. And this lady had the audacity to put those things on my PIP. Because again, these bullies are so used to doing this stuff, they didn't think they'd be here. They didn't think I'd fight back. And all this stuff are the things that are haunting them right now. So they said I didn't finish the PIP, which I did, and I'll talk to you more about that tomorrow. And this work on the PIP, most of it wasn't even my work. Truly pathetic. After they told the AG's office that they fired me because I didn't complete my PIP, then they told the AZ Central, another quote by Stacy Mitch, that I was a former employee who last worked for the organization in 2023 and was terminated in less than 10 months due to repeated failures to perform her job duties. Now, see, again, these are the types of quotes that you don't put in newspapers if you can't back it up. That's called libel, slander, and defamation, Stacy. After they told that to the AZ Central, then it was said that they told someone, I think it was the newspaper again. I think it was a journalist they were talking to. And they told this person, I won't say his name, but he told me what they said. And he said, I was always engaged in employee relations, and that was not part of the scope of my role. Actually, it was. That was why I was hired, to help you guys fix the things that were going on. And then they said, once we went to litigation, in litigation, these people said, I exaggerated my resume and my experience, and that I was never qualified for the job in the first place, which is absolutely not true. But also, they didn't know I had my quarterly review where I got the highest marks that you could get across the board, along with the comments that praised my work while I was there. That's why you don't do this type of dumb stuff. I'll talk to you tomorrow.